Step out in the streets, got these niggas big mad. Give me a lick and go split with my niggas just so I can show them I'm legit. She want like Chanel when it's time for that battle, I bet you that hoe won't give up shit. I was running the CVS trying to get some blessings and I'm going cop a fit. 3 words, it's gonna either be let's get rich or suck my dick. Step out in the streets, got these niggas big mad. I don't like how you moving, boy, you better get mad. Boom, no chit chat. Get money, you know I'm about to rap. Oh, please don't take me. And please don't make me tell my niggas so. Here's the one, he's gold. God, he prove to you he's so. So I ain't with a. I ain't with a ton. I'm from this shit. You don't know. Fuck me, you got fuck me, you know. I ain't with a. So I'ma get. Fuck me, that's my seconds. She's my cold, I used to eat. The phone, she wants to run, you know what I'm saying? Was bad in my past, I've been through it. I'm influence. Get racks, get money, that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been doing. Get racks, get money, we never get to it. Step out in the streets, got these niggas big, got these niggas mad. I don't like how you moving, boy, you better get mad. I'm feeling fine, boom, no chit chat. Get money, you know I'm all about the rap. Please don't take me. Please don't make me tell my niggas so. He'll go off. So God, he'll prove to you he's so. I can't stand from my G, she's old. She wants love, but I'll stack it better, run it all.
Western Conference NBA playoffs, round 1 continues. The Golden State Warriors have set the tone of the series up 2-1. Can they maintain their composure and take a commanding 3-1 lead? Round 1 of the NBA playoffs continues.
Glad you can join us on Game 4 of the Western Conference quarterfinals live on 2K Sports. And on tap tonight, it's the...
Sticking through it, you know, it means everything to me. And then to see somebody that I looked up to, you know, be able to get to 50 years old is always a blessing because you're still living, your legacy is still going, you're still doing things outside of basketball. Yeah, man, I mean, you know, that is the culture. Yeah. Like that is when you say basketball, he's culture.
Well, hey, I also am a big fan of Tough Crowd, which I'll let you know. I saw him All-Star Weekend. He asked me about my jacket.
Okay,
well, okay, man, I just want this one. I get it. It won't fit, but you got it. Because you had it. He said, what's up with that Tough Crowd? For sure, how about yourself? Like, when you look at a player like Allen Iverson and how he was able to change the game on and off the court, there was a lot of negativity kind of surrounding that. It seemed like from the Twitter media. But the culture's always embraced and loved them. What's AI's last thing?
100%. I agree with Kenyon and Brandon. Just, I mean, everything he did on the court, we all know, we saw it, we loved it. But for me, it was bigger than that. It was for the culture. He was all about the culture. Like him, love him, hate him. He was always, or he is who he is. We got inducted together in the Hall of Fame. And I remember his speech like it was.
When I saw that I could earn my bachelor's very fast, I thought, you know, that's exactly what I was doing.
ACPI University, accelerated programs in cybersecurity, engineering technology, and more.
2.5 years for a computer degree is a lot faster than a traditional school. I was learning from these simulations, and it makes it easier to understand. The things that I learned at ACPI have given me those tools to, you know, invent things, make things. That really gives me that sense of accomplishment.
Brother, I'm gonna tell you, like, I posted something online and I said, Nikki, stay up, like, yo, you know not to fuck with Jay. And it's not necessarily fucking with Jay, because I don't think Jay is like this terrible person. But I think the brand of Rock Nation is probably the worst thing that's ever happened to hip hop, because they have the most likable or one of the lovable hip hop aficionados and legends that we have, Jay-Z. That's the face of it, but they do nothing but fuck with other black artists. I've never heard them fucking with the white artists, ever. You feel what I'm saying? Like, all they do is like, they're trying to create a monopoly. Like, they want to be, Rock Nation wants to be Live Nation. You know what Live Nation is with touring? You can't really tour without Live Nation. Like, trust me, they will fuck your whole shit up. Trust me, I told you they did this to Sexy Red, Moneybagg Yo, and even Lil Baby, and they were trying to strong arm Rod Wave. I know this personally. I'm talking to these people's teams. That's what Live Nation is. Rock Nation, which is a subsidiary of Live Nation, because they got a deal that's under Live Nation. They want to do the same thing to hip hop, but they want to do it with all artists. So like, it's funny because Jay-Z talks all this like works artist shit, but his label is conglomerate. Only artists, they do the worst things to artists. Like everything I know, I told you everything about Bobby Schroeder. Go watch his fucking Gladiator. It's not even on topic, but go watch Gladiator. Just go watch the Gladiator if you thought I was lying at all. Yo, Bobby Schroeder's career got killed by Rock Nation, nigga. Like, this is why you gotta line up and do all this weird stuff on Instagram, because Rock Nation killed his career. Rock Nation, he was born broke. Rock Nation, because Epic would give him more money because he's locked up for years. They just stole his contract. Rock Nation's like, we're the manager, we'll give you some bread. Give me your bread. We'll give you some bread, blah, 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 blah. All we need you to do, you have to help us force your way out of Epic Records contract. No, Epic Records is the premier rap label on Sony's trying to get bullied by motherfucking Rock Nation, so they're like, alright, we're not gonna go to war with you, but fuck, and we'll sacrifice spirit. So Bobby became a sacrificial lamb, all because of Rock Nation. And if y'all ever think I'm lying about any of these things, this is what I be trying to say. When people be talking about Rock Nation, I'm talking about the right shit. I'm talking about the right shit. Y'all don't talk about the right shit. Look, Rock Nation. Go watch his flat interview. He's giving up on it. Quavo's there to pick you up. Quavo picks me up, right? Yeah, I told you this situation. Epic didn't pay like $3 million for him to get out of jail. Maybe $4 million. Because I took for him to get out of jail. They're like, we don't know. They're ready to fix contract. Rock Nation comes in because they know he's about to get out. Everybody in the culture is like, yo, he held it down. This is a real nigga. This is also after the time of 6ix9ine, so people are like, yo, we're going to celebrate the real nigga. Rock Nation comes in and say, oh shit, this guy's going to get shit ton of money. He's going to be the most lit nigga because he's the definition of keeping it real. They come in, they offer to advance his money to help out his family. They're like, yo, get some bread and it up. All we want is that we want to manage you and eventually sign you. Bobby's in jail. Bobby's of course. Alright, so I want to sign you. I'm like, let's go. Y'all helping me out. When he gets out, Epic is no punks. Epic literally looks at Rock Nation and looks at Bobby and says, check this out. Whatever y'all have planned, you're still under contract to us. Now Rock Nation could buy this and you could go. But we know what you're worth. They're going to have to give us that. Now, this is what fans never know. Bobby's not like, remember Bobby didn't drop music at first? All this is happening in the background.
Hey, have you ever been told you got a nice voice? Well, what if I told you you could turn your voice to actual money? Sound too good to be true? Well, come closer. I'm about to show you how to turn your voice into a real, fun, and paying career. And you don't need fancy equipment that costs thousands of dollars either. You don't need an advanced degree. And
Rock Nation, and this is what I said to the bullies, they didn't want to pay Epic what they should have paid him. If you want the nigga so bad, he's the realest thing he's gonna pay Epic. Get them out the way and shit artists out. They've done this multiple times. They did this with motherfucking they decided, yo, if you're paying them 1501, so that just pay them. When somebody's in a contract, don't try to use our cultural clout to get them out. Pay the money to get them free, and you sign them. But they're cheap And they use this cultural flag, and then they ruin people's careers. They sacrifice the artists. So Bobby, like, he's stuck in the middle. The company says, pay us. They don't want to pay him. They want Bobby to rebel against Epic. Bobby can't rebel against Epic because Bobby's still under contract. He's trying to drop new music. If you can't diss Epic, like, fuck Epic, and then drop a song. Like, they're going to feel it. So he's kind of like playing it neutral. They want Bobby to turn it, like they've done this before. They did it with Uzi. They wanted Uzi to turn his generation out. They want the artists to crash out against their current label that they could be seen as the good guys. Oh, we're coming to sign you. Bobby didn't do it, or he couldn't do it. And then they wouldn't pay, so Bobby's in limbo. Here's who hurts when an artist is in limbo. The artist, because the artist's career is stagnant. They can't move. And you know, everybody who gets out of jail, that clout only lasts for a certain amount of time. So Bobby couldn't drop his music. His clout is in limbo. And they're basically saying, we're not going to pay. And Epic is like, what the fuck? Epic sees the play and says, all right, well, we're not going to fund this anymore. Pay us. We're down to take that loss on Bobby. Just get off his past catalog. If you want him in this hot period of him getting out, pay us. None of that happens. And essentially what happens, they drain Bobby. They just let him sit there, clout decreases, nothing happens. Rock Nation eventually realized Bobby isn't worth as much as they thought he would be, because now it's months after, like a year after, they're down to let him go. Epic ain't down to put no more money into Bobby. Bobby basically gets dropped. Bobby's now independent, and two companies fighting over him. Fucked him over. They fucked him over. Like, now the niggas doing Hoochie Daddy dances. Hoochie Daddy. Like, that's it. So, again, when people tell me about Rock Nation, I'll be like, Jesus. Like, Rock Nation is the most anti-cultural company I can see. And I'm not saying because it's JC, some of the practices. They use JC's face to do it. Because it's not JC doing this face, it's Desiree and Perm P. They're doing it. But JC's face is on Rock Nation. It's the law. So anyway, but this Tots thing is awesome. You guys in the contact all the time? Oh, he hit me like 20 times during his bed.
Rock Nation now.
I sound with Rock Nation. I mean, Rock Nation.
It's not me saying this. This is a fucking document. Like Bobby Shmurda. Do y'all remember when Bobby Shmurda was putting on all the fucking actually with the fucking plane on it? Bobby Shmurda on Rock Nation hat. Y'all remember that? If y'all remember that, the name was, he came home, they put on a hat on him as soon as he went to the office, saying he was a Rock Nation property. They never heard nothing more about it. So that was funny. I remember, like, he went to the joint, and they put on a Rock Nation hat on them. I don't know if you remember. It's going to take me a while to look for it. It's just not worth it to stop this shit. They put on this fucking hat right here. This little thing right here. They put it on him, and they're like, they get like, we get that now. Nah, it's the Rock. He's over here doing all this dumb shit. Then they killed his fucking career because they were cheap. They didn't want to pay for it. They killed his career. So Bobby's now, like, beefing with hookers in Miami and doing all type of dumb shit with all respect, and get called out for not being able to book tours. Yeah, because Sony, the major label, Rock Nation is not a major label. Sony, Music Entertainment, Epic Records, as Future, Timo Savage, and all the other people, they do big business. They realize that Bobby is a tug of war, and they're like, okay, fuck it, let's back up. We don't feel fuck about you. Let Rock Nation get it out of you. Then Rock Nation, when they had to realize, yes, spend the whole money to get him out, they said, you ain't that important. You did. Suckers. I'm sorry. This is suckers. I'm sorry. And then y'all gotta also ask yourself, why is everybody scared to talk about Rock Nation? Look, he just said Rock Nation. He said he called Rock Nation. Then he said, oh, my bad, I forgot. Nobody can talk directly about it. Why?
Over to the wing.
I mean, Rock Nation. Right, and around that time, you signed with Rock Nation Management.
I signed with Rock Nation. I mean, Rock Nation.
I'm sorry. I'm drunk. Okay.
So it's his eyes. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. If we talk about black excellence and all this good shit, you should never have to talk about a black man's company and be this fucking like, yo, this is how we talk about Michael and like white party shit and all these other people that we're calling colonizers and shit like that. That's how you should talk about them. You should be talking about the white executives that's supposedly doing crazy shit. You should be talking about niggas from Varsity Projects. And you're from New York and his company, when you talk about it, you're like kind of scared. Yeah, you fucking scared because Jay-Z basically just fucking career. Not Jay-Z, but like Jay-Z's company, right? Because I don't think Jay-Z himself, his company operating on his face.
At every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking
Horse basketball here.
What up, nigga? Yeah, he's smart. He's smart, daddy. So, listen, I hate to get conspiracy theory on that. But, like, if y'all think that this is like, oh, no, this is completely normal, y'all got it. You're out. You got Sorry Quavo. You shot to death at the time. You had Sorry Rock Nation. Let me say this. If y'all didn't know anything about Rock Nation, Jay-Z was doing a film shit still. Same with Nico. Nico brought Dream Chaser Records up. Why Dream Chaser Records not on Rock Nation? Rock Nation was so huge and so great. A nigga was doing old dance dirt. What do you think he don't give a fuck about? Now again, I'm not blaming this on Jay. I'm saying this is how the company moves. Rock Nation moves like a company that is not a cultural company. They move like a company that is using and finessing their cultural equity because of Jay-Z to sabotage, violate, steal artists, and get what they want. That to me is some crazy shit. And I'm showing you the little examples of people who got affected. Not making this up. Don't talk to Bobby Schmurd. Don't talk to Louis. Don't talk to Megan Stallion, even though she said fuck with him. But the only reason why she said fuck with him, they're gonna go dumb hard for her because of touring shit. Like they know the most thing she care about is to make sure Tory is. They're gonna handle that for her. So she ain't got to beef with her like other people have with them. But any other artist that's only about career, look what happened. You know, everyone's happy to have Bobby Schmurder back home. How did it feel? Is he shooting all 7 years or is this sick? And some bitches will inject. It's gonna be like that, so they don't be dating just crazy. Okay. Yeah, I got a 70-year-old lady running my label and I love her dearly. Now you somebody listen. Well, by 2022, you start being vocal about your issues with Epic. You said, and I'm telling y'all what the issue is. Epic didn't hold him in a contract. Epic held him in a contract, that's a fact. But Epic basically said, y'all don't have the control. Like, this is how business works. If you sign a basketball player, and let's say they were injured or they went to jail, but you still have contracts on the right to, someone else can't come underneath you and be like, well, they're mine now. No, pay me my money. It's the same thing with Caribou and Yachty. Caribou, you can go do whatever you want to do. Just pay Yachty his fucking money. He signed you, you're still under contract. You want to get out, go do whatever you want with whoever else. Pay the money. This is how regular industry shit works. Here's the problem. Rock Nation is a thing. You can't be cheap and be good. So when Epic realized that, Epic says, oh, y'all trying to build this. And y'all trying to think y'all gonna use cultural shit. Alright, freeze on Bobby. Bobby's on the shelf. We don't give two fucks about Bobby anymore. Rock Nation, they don't care because it's their chest. They're like, we either pay the money, or we can just be like, all right, we'll use this battle because there's other battles they're fighting. Rock Nation and Sony been going at it for a long time. So Bobby just a casualty of war.
The girl they was holding hostage. She wanted to get out. She said, I got a 70-year-old lady running my label, and I love her dearly, but doesn't want to let me go at all, no matter what I do. I was signed this since I was 19. Had 6 years in jail trying to get out the slave before I came home. You did one person in the industry, and the label keeps signing in jail for 6 years. Yeah, I know. I made them more millions than they ever gave me. Just let me go.
This is definitely a day you like to
Listen, I still love you, baby. You know what I'm saying? You probably don't love me, but I still love you, baby. You know what I'm saying? I still love you. It's all love. You know what I'm saying? It's all love. They know what they listen. It's all love, bro. I ain't got no below for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Leave me alone.
So hurt and I understand. Okay, my bad for going on that tirade. My life in basic body was easy since that base rolled out. The training was young. I had a big cage for the time that held it down. Yet, I keep trying to tell y'all, this is what happens when labels. It's all, it's so much politics and it's so much business. Music business, there's a bunch of concerts and in-house fee. $6,000 easy.
Harden left side. Renee kicks to Capella. KD against McDaniel. Offensive rebound. Outside for KD. Second chance effort. Durant uses his size and close.
You know, the defense is all over Durant inside, but, you know, his length and agility and high release point allowed him to steal.
OKC, they could get that, like, Seattle Supersonic feel to the NBA. You know, they got the type of players. People like Shea, you can do it all in 1 year. That's been good for the league. All these old motherfuckers trying to trade with ass, you need some new experience, juice bowl. There's over new out of that. The old dude's not working here. That old shit ain't working no more, man. New generation, these kids love Shea too, so. The street do love us exposing. They got this shit. This shit, it's exposing the big league. Yeah, one big three superstars you want to combine it. That don't mean nothing. Just get you two guys, some solid pieces, and you be alright.
So let's get to that. What Miles Turner said about OKC and the NFL having the blueprint for how the league is shifting. So the Pacers and Thunder show the league the blueprint for having the perfect mix of star power along with solid support each other.
No, because next year, I mean, in the summertime, you know what time it is. I mean, the Lakers, Boston, New York, they hit somebody. So it's always going to go back to those days.
Is that somebody going to be enough to elevate those?
Yeah, right? It don't matter. I feel like this, It's good for this year. We still got to go. We still got to take to the big markets, though. Don't let it. Come on now. Nah, man.
On that, yeah. All of the big teams have made the big three moves. Have not made it. The Lakers made it one time. They didn't even have a big Boston. They didn't have a big three. Boston what? But they're going to be 3-4. They're going to be two guys. They run into all stuff. They're homegrown. Right? Yeah, they go outside of that. This is Boston last year. For the last 5 years, we've been watching Big Three crash and burn. For sure. And we've been watching Houston develop. We've been watching OKC develop. We've been watching Minnesota develop. We've been watching a lot of teams get little pieces here and there. Chicago turning into one of them teams, too.
That's a big market, yeah. Shout out to the deal.
So we're looking, like you said, the blueprint is when you're talking about winning basketball. Okay. One superstar like a Jokic, a Giannis, Shea, and have them core pieces around that understand how to make and maximize that superstar.
I think this is probably two all NBA players, obviously the MVP and that shit. Also, Jalen Williams was also on defense. Halliburton was all NBA. So,
man, it's about a
massive chemistry, that trust in your teammates. Blueprint means it's something that's happened, right? So if they lose, still one.
But also you have the Thunder.
Yeah, the Thunder do the same thing.
You know, they're two all stars, and they got Chet, who's like down there, big three.
But they got other players that
like Jamaica's ball too. Yeah. I'm just saying. I mean, OKC can stand. Like they're a great team. Indiana, like
gray hairs with the turnovers. It's time to slow things down.
Big threes went down. It's not like the big threes played and failed. They all went down.
Diagnosis.
That's failure.
Right on the money.
Bucks
Looking at the
game went
scenario for
down.
the
They
Houston
didn't beat them. We went down. We got injured. They didn't beat them.
They beat
That's right. Cleveland, they went down. They did not beat them. They didn't beat them in the series, but they went down in that series. Boston, Knicks, they went down. Someone went down. So you're not beating through these. You're not going through the tyrants, beating them like
they beat them twice in the Garden or the TD Garden.
yes. But you didn't beat them for the series. That was that team.
This is not a real argument because he's going to have to use it.
They're going to win it for whether or not
there's a hypothetical.
There's a hypothetical when I'm saying exactly what happened.
Because that doesn't
There's no hypothetical.
No, it doesn't matter. Whether that, we don't talk about them getting injured. They got injured. That's up to them. They got a blueprint. Hey, they went a blueprint on some guys to stay healthy. They didn't stay healthy.
When they beat Cleveland with all these players, no, just again like it wasn't
at some point, do we all have a perfect playoffs where everybody said, okay, but we did not say, oh, everybody was there. They all played together. They beat us fair.
For me to say something is a blueprint, but if I'm saying this is a blueprint for moving the future, and it hasn't been, how do I know how good this blueprint is? If the road has been I'm talking about who said it? The Pacers said it. The Pacers said it. Okay, the Pacers are two different teams. How? Actually, one that they beat people. They beat back to the same place. What are you doing? You're arguing with me, dog. We are here with our argument. We're not going to pretend to argue. I'm not going to argue. So what is the point? So what is the point? Okay, thank you.
Their biggest lead of the game was not.
Pacers said this is a blueprint. That's not a blueprint for anybody. Your road, the best players on that road was not there. They got injured. OKC, if Shea would have said this, no problem, because y'all beat the fuck out of everybody you played. Everybody was healthy during your turn. Your blueprint, I got that twice. I don't want Pacers, I'm going off of what Miles said. What Miles said, that's not a blueprint to me, because y'all are not moving like that. I'm talking about the blueprint that he's talking about. That is about the blueprint of getting to the Eastern Conference Finals 2 years in a row. Every 4 years, 3 years. He's like, okay, what did they play last year? What the fuck are we talking about? What did they play? Who did they play last year? They played the Boston, so Boston. No, the first round. Milwaukee again, right? In New York. Milwaukee last year, right? What's the whole team there? Yeah. Okay, he's on.
This brilliant device keeps your home cool and stuff, even during heat waves and power outages. It's smaller than a lunchbox, cools any room within 3 minutes, and uses 98.7% less energy than your AC.
But I'm in that cage, bro. Don't touch me. Don't talk to me. People don't know Kobe talk a lot of trash, bro. Yeah.
Sometimes he would say things and we kind of look at him crazy, and he meant exactly what he said.
Take your ass out and shoot jump shots. Shoot broke ass jump shots. And of course, and Kobe said, you had a great game. They called a timeout. He walked past and said, you know y'all left me too much time, right?
Yeah, after that, like, everything that I've heard about Kobe Bryant is all true.
Trash talk in today's NBA is mostly friendly fire. Most guys are too friendly, too cool with each other. Every now and then, you see a little back and forth, then you stare down, but nothing real. This is what we call it. If you personally, Kobe Bryant came from a different era. People help them even think of him. They talk about legendary trash talkers like Larry Bird or Michael Jordan. But that's exactly what made him dangerous. Make no mistake. Kobe talked. He wasn't just trying to rattle you. He was cutting straight through your soul. His words show. They were weapons.
Here it goes. How fast? Your hands off me. Don't touch your ass.
And when he chose to use them, it was game over. But don't just take my word for it. Let the NBA legends felt it firsthand. Explain why nobody talked trash like Black Mamba.
So I'm in the West, Jordan Simmons. He walked out on the court, he looked at me and said, the fuck you got on your feet?
He just shook his head at me. I used to tell people guarding him, he tried to mentally
He told me, said, stone face. He said, you should have got the fuck out the way. It was a motherfucking battle, just like I said, but that was my favorite. Whenever I played, I was just like, hell yeah, I get to play something.
Kobe Bryant didn't need to be the loudest guy in the court. Sports team just always counted. Gilbert Arenas saw firsthand.
He was playing in there, so we were playing, and it was like a 2-on-1 break, and Karan stops the break. So everybody's like, good job, good stop, 2 points. So Kobe comes up, so we're all like, yo, good, we saved 2 points. So Kobe walks over to him and says, hey, who you guarding? Oh, you. How many fouls you got? I got 1. So you got 5 left? Yeah. Well, you need all 6 fouls to guard me, and you just wasted one on him. That's stupid play. Right? And you had to think about it like, God, he's like, I need all my fouls. And that's the stuff he said. He makes you think about the things you did. And it's like, y'all think that's a good play? You got to guard me. You need all 6. You just wasted one on him. You might as well just let the 2 points go because you got to have to. If you sit on the bench, I'm going to get 10, 12 points because you're on the bench because that 1 foul. Yeah, it's like, man.
Kobe's trash talk wasn't just words. It was strategy. He forced you to think and then realize, too late, that he was already 5 steps ahead. And Kobe didn't just talk during the game. He controlled the moment before it happened.
We was in Charlotte. I never told you, so we was in Charlotte, we was in the huddle, and he was like, the game was tied, it was only like 4 seconds, 3 seconds on the shot clock, and, Rudy T is like drawing up all type of shit on the board, and he swiped it off again, and he totally said, fuck that, just give me the ball right here, and he was like, whoever want to take the ball out will be part of history. And Lamar was like, I want to be part of history. I threw that shit in, man. So we hit the shot, blouses, game. It was just like, I looked at him, he was just like winked his eye in the moment, like, yo, just whoever want to be part of history, just throw the ball in. This shit's over. But that was him. Like, that was just who he was. And, he was different, man. He was different.
Kobe made sure you never forgot what he was capable of. He didn't just say things.
You kind of looking at him like, he don't like people standing on the side of him. He can shoot with you in front of him, he can shoot with you behind him, but on the side, he don't like that. I'm gonna guard him the second half. Shut him down again. So after that, I was a believer. I'm like, yeah, after that, I was like, everything that I've heard about Kobe Bryant is all true.
Because with Kobe, it wasn't just about talking. It was about
Kevin Durant.
You didn't just lose to him, you submitted to him. And trust me, the legends who faced him have plenty more to say. All this trash talk didn't always come from the words. Sometimes, all it took was
John Lamar is a young man who dropped out of Harvard and developed the Dub app, that is W-E app, which helps people trade stocks like Nancy Pelosi and Warren Buffett. His name is Stephen Buffett, and he's just 24 years old. Okay, Buffett stuff. How does your app let me trade stocks like Buffett or Pelosi? Yeah.
So my whole career, I always wore Kobe's. And I remember there was a time I played against Vince Carter early in my career. He was like, "Hey, you had over when you played versus Kobe?" I was like, "Fucking, I ain't wearing them next time we play Kobe." Yeah. Just, you know, you ain't got no mental edge on me. I remember wearing some Jordan 10s. He walked out on the court, he looked at me and said, "What the fuck you got on your feet?" So, he just shook his head at me. Ended up killing me. Sorry, you don't touch it up, guys. Look it up, bro. He ended up tearing our ass up. I remember he had the game-winning shot, but before the game-winning shot, I think we just hit a shot, put us up by one. They told the timeout. He walked past and said, "You know y'all left me too much time, right?" Came out, hit the game with a shot. So we got hit the game with a shot. Walking off the court, he said, "Yeah, don't wear them shits ever again." I'm never put on a pair of Jordans again.
DeRozan never put on another pair of Jordans after that. Kobe
in the game, nigga, calm the fuck down. Talk about the game.
And sometimes he didn't even need words at all.
That's what I'm watching. Yes. Discrimination is just a point that I take all the way here.
The game against Dallas, and the opponent started chirping him. His players were fired back, but Kobe just nodded his head, then held up his hand. The fingers, 5 rings. No words, no argument, just facts. It's all about execution. If he spoke, he did. And if he didn't, it was because he was about to show you. I'm in Shumper, I'm this out in the most brutal way possible.
I guarded Kobe in the garden, which I can't remember how much he had, but I know I had multiple steals against him. So we're in the game. In my head, all I'm thinking of is when I have this conversation with my brother after the game, how I'm going to tell him how I stole the ball from Kobe. How I stripped Kobe before he was going to take a shot. How I drove by Kobe and got it done. Like, I'm thinking about all these things in my head. I'm like, Sophie, the fourth quarter started.
Wait, you were already celebrating?
Not celebrating. Just, you already like in my head. I was just thinking. You know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking like, gee, how real. Like I was having that out of body experience. Like, hey, man, appreciate this. Amazing. Like we in the garden, they going crazy. I got my player editions on. I just stole that thing from Kobe. Like, you know what I mean? Let's say it was going on. Like, this is the Friday night game in the garden. Let's say it again. It might have been, but the one that I wasn't that. I honestly can't. Because Kobe went for 34 that night. And this fight, he went off in the fourth quarter. And fourth quarter, no, that's. And Kobe said, "You had a great game." Yo, you had a great game. But I'm looking like, bro, still on the quarter. I swear I looked at the clock like. But I'm looking like, 12? What you talking about? What's that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't said nothing the whole game. I've been talking shit. I done stole the ball. I'm hyped as hell. It's Kobe Bryant. He ain't said not one word to me. So, you know, locked in. The man come down. You remember he came, shot fake, threw it off the glass, caught it, threw it to the corner. I'm like, bro, what you on? Like, no, you been regular all day. Shot, get to the spot, shot fake, spin, pivot over here, spin back on the foot, drop it off the glass. I'm like, bro, what's going on?
That's what separated him from everyone else. His trash talk was how it was. Control. See, he had control. That game was real. And sometimes it felt like he only did this by your mind. Maybe he could step on the court. And nothing showcased this better than his multi-racial mind games. Doncic still remembers the moment Kobe took completely off guard. Crossover, he Doncic, a fantasy clinging when he looks to see who it is, and it's Kobe Bryant.
He brought his daughter here to see you, and he took a little trash to you. I understand he was actually talking in Slovenian, is that right?
Yeah.
What did he say?
I can't say that. I can't say that.
Too many curse words or what?
It was like somebody was calling us in I started and I was like, that's so funny. I was first and stuff.
Best young players in the league completely frozen. Not by words spoken in his own language. God, it wasn't even from Slovenia. Because Kobe could just talk trash. Still for every matchup like it was a final exam. I don't want a few words in the game language just couldn't off.
Saying some little slurs and say something in French that I won't repeat here. Tony Parker is watching.
It didn't matter where you're from. And you said Nurkic was similar to yours. He said it's like strategy. He just stood cuts.
You should be the first shit I'm showing on Kobe.
What's up, bro? What's up, bro? How you doing? Appreciate you in.
I'm for even 10 touches like I was impossible like this whole night was in free throws. He actually said the word in my language. And I was like, I didn't even hear right, man. He can't speak my language, bro. Right? So we go back and forward, and he wanted to be in the free throws, and he repeat that.
And $150 in bonus cuts when you bet $5, win or lose. They were the best regular season team of all time, winning a record 73 games. He was the best player on the planet in the middle of his prime. A year earlier, in the 2015 finals, the Warriors won their first title, despite the King averaging 36-13. However, in the 2016 NBA finals,
I guess for me, the whole point of this is just like, you got a mob player to do that.
And it did.
This is just the play. Like, if you was to, if I'm going to win a championship,
by double digits.
I can say that I control the whole team instead of
because in the history of the NBA Finals, there was two teams that fall into a 3-1 deficit, and all 32
But I
lost.
get what you're saying. I thought about doing
odds for the Warriors winning the championship was 96%. And outside of Ohio, nobody believed that the Cavs could turn the series around. But then, this happened.
What happened? What Clay said?
Yeah, and one crosses the line.
No, I'm not. What did you say? Clay said?
Clay said, I guess he just got his feelings hurt.
Oh my goodness.
You could see in LeBron's eyes that he was now more determined to win than he'd ever been in his life, outside of maybe that Game 6 in Boston. Before the Cavs boarded the plane to go to Oakland for Game 5, LeBron sent a group text to his teammates. I know we're down 3-1, but if you don't think we can win this series, then don't get on the effing plane. And what happened next was history. This is the biggest comeback in NBA Finals history, culminating in arguably the most legendary Game 7 of all time. But before Steph and the Warriors won their first championship, the widespread belief in the NBA was that you can't win the title with an offense primarily based on jump shooting.
Jumpers, I always said, jumpers are like pretty girls. They're really good looking when they're going in. And when you realize that pretty girl is gone, you're in for a long day.
A lot of people say it's from the game, but I think it's kind of just an innovative aspect of the game, to be honest.
But the Warriors proved everyone wrong in 2015. The first team played at the fastest pace in the NBA. They were second in the league in three-point makes, and first in accuracy. With the second-best offense and the number one defense in the league, Golden State lost just 3 games on their way to the 2015 Finals. And against LeBron James, who had a monster series, the Warriors struggled at first, as Cleveland took a 2-1 lead in the series, even without the injured Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving. But after they inserted Andre Iguodala into the starting lineup, there was nothing that the Cavs could do against the Warriors' small ball, which killed them with pace, space, and three-pointers. The championship went to Oakland.
It's just a whole nother level of freedom after that. And you got one, yeah. You get greedy now.
And when the 2016 season started, the league's basketball. Most NBA teams.
That should be hella loud.
Most teams face the Warriors simply couldn't keep up. Utilizing the strength, mobility, and defensive genius of Draymond Green in the center,
He was strong enough to battle bigger players in the post.
Appreciate that.
The dunks were killing opponents in transition, thriving on open looks created by Green's playmaking and the gravity of the Splash Brothers shooter. The five-man lineup of Iguodala, Curry, Thompson, Green, and Barnes was soon named the Death Lineup. And even though Curry used it sporadically,
hell no.
all five were before they
not even close.
The Death Lineup was deployed in 37 games in the regular season.
I despise these niggas.
166 points in 172 minutes.
It's just that
average advantage of 47 points per 100 possessions. And the only reason that Kerr didn't use
it's just that I'm a person that could play with every team. I'm not gonna. I'm a basketball fan at heart, so I'm not gonna just hate on these niggas, even though I do be hating on them sometimes. I'm not gonna hate them. I'm gonna play with them and see if I can win the championship.
Cunningham in for
That was that part was the craziest thing in the world.
Trail by 12.
Yeah.
Here's Cunningham.
Thompson
with the rebound.
Everything.
At good point.
Oh, that's LA all day, baby. LA Braun, baby. Braun, go, baby. You know me. If you know my stream, you know it's pop, nigga. All day. Greatest you've ever seen in your life.
Even though their key players would have benefited from getting rest, the record is now their main goal, and everybody played as much as possible. But it paid off, because the Warriors did the impossible and broke the Bulls' record, finishing the regular season.
It's LA and New York, man, because I'm from New York, so my Knicks, of course. Let me not forget my Knicks. I always gotta throw my Knicks in there. But, you know, Braun, my guy, so I go to LA for that. But Knicks overall, because Knicks is my
the NBA in scoring with 30.1 points per game and hit a surreal 402 threes in the season, crushing his previous record by 116. However, it all seems to be in vain. After they defeated the Rockets and the Blazers in 5 games, in the Western Conference Finals against OKC, the Warriors were losing 3-1 in the series. Their storybook season was serious trouble. Only 9 teams in NBA history had overcome a 3-1 series deficit. The Thunder had Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, arguably 2 of the top 5 players in the league at the time. But the Warriors won Game 5 at home. And largely thanks to Klay Thompson's scorching hot hand, they somehow survived Game 6, overcoming a double-digit deficit in the fourth quarter, with Klay hitting 6 threes and scoring 19 points in the final quarter.
So I'm not coming out the gate early that game. Yeah, everything nice, man. It's just,
you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean,
all you watch the footage, can't believe I shot that shot. Like a lot of them.
In Game 7, it was Curry's turn. With 36 points, the league MVP led the Warriors to another victory and another NBA Finals. And there, once again, were the Cleveland Cavaliers, who had some trouble during the regular season, hiring coach David Blatt midway through the year, despite Cleveland sitting on top of the conference at the time.
Opportunistic player than Harden. He creates his own opportunity because he'll set a trap, take advantage, and then go straight to the bucket. And so here is Golden State. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter.
Once the assistant Taiwan Miller took over, he was smooth sailing, and the chemistry was improved. Cleveland finished the regular season with 57 wins.
Yeah, there's all types of errors, bro.
Unlike the Warriors, who nearly blew against the Thunder,
this is the 2016 era. I've been doing different eras.
Like Toronto seemingly kept the series.
I do fantasy drafts, so I gotta do like the 2023 era, which is the current era. I do the 2000 era a couple times. I did the 2010s. A couple of times with the Heat, and then I won a champion. It took me damn near 2 years to win the championship. It's really hard because I play this shit on Hall of Fame, but I don't just play this shit just to be out here trying to just make every fucking shot. That's trash. When you come on here to make every shot, you might as well not be playing. Yeah, but I don't have them though. Unless I can probably look for them like on the created shit. If somebody created the 04 Pistons, then yeah, because I don't think I can play with them. Yeah, like I don't think they have them in any era. They don't have them in the 2002 era neither. I don't think they do. They might. I gotta look at it.
This loss was especially demoralizing because they
That'd be hard though. I ain't just trying to win the championship. Them niggas.
27 shooting. They still lost by 15. Defense was great. In game 2, the Cavs hung on in the first quarter, but then got completely wiped out. In the next 3 quarters, the Warriors couldn't close the lead, winning 110-77. It was the 7th biggest margin of victory in NBA Finals history. And once again, neither splash player scored 20 points. Instead, it was driven by a hot shooting game. Hitting 5 of his 8 3-pointers for a 28-point performance.
The first 2 games, I thought they blew us out. Because we weren't ready for the speed and the pace of how they play. You can prepare for them all you want, but till you actually get a chance to be on the floor and see how fast they play, how hard they cut.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the seconds.
What y'all think about them draft picks, man? Y'all fuck with them draft picks, bro?
One-on-one game. The way
How y'all feel about the Super Flag? How y'all feel about Ace Bailey? How y'all feel about Harper? How y'all feel about EJ? How y'all feel about...
He's able to hit the second one, and that brings them within single digits.
Boy, he'd sure like to have that misback. Hard to chip away at a lead when you're leading freebies at the line.
Curry, wide open. They get it back. Lets the 3 fly. The 3 ball from Curry.
Off a pass, Steph Curry. That one is always going in, or almost always going in.
Here's Nene. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
And he'll take it right into the teeth of the beam without thinking twice about it.
A shot by Curry, no good. He gets trailed by 10. Got a piece of it.
And entering the final countdown, game 4 effectively decided here, guys. This is just a tremendous accomplishment for the Warriors.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments I thought for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't.
Yo, Nene was a beast, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you, bro. Me, you know, hey, you know basketball if you know Nene, bro. That nigga Nene was out here with the mid-range, the fucking baby hooks. That nigga defense was nice. That nigga was grabbing the rebounds. That nigga was tough.
To the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
Oh, I'm gonna throw that shit.
From deep Harden. Warriors with the rebound. Curry kicks to Livingston. For 3. The rebound by Patterson. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. And now they're sitting on a command.
Yeah, you talking about the black dude, like the dark-skinned nigga, AC? Hell yeah, that nigga AC was a fucking dog. That's how niggas know that. Yeah, Quincy Ace. That nigga, bro, that nigga was, I think he playing in the big 3 right now. He looking like some shit for real. He not playing nowhere near the way he was like. I mean, he older now, but he was good to watch, bro, because he was just like all hustle and shit. He was pretty good. He used to make occasional 3s and shit. Niggas used to be shocked, nigga. On Didi. Yeah, bro. Like react to the big 3. Yeah. I was thinking about it because I like Lance Stevenson. Lance Stevenson is one of my favorite players. So yeah, I fuck with my nigga Lance Boogie. You feel me? He from Brooklyn and shit. I think he's from Brooklyn or Harlem, one of them. I don't want to fuck it up, but I'm from the Boogie, so it's all good. But yeah, you fuck with Lance? Yeah, my nigga Lance Boogie for sure. I would definitely will react to one of those big 3s, bro. Definitely look out for one of those. That might be my next video since you Yeah, 3. I think they just dropped a video today, I think, or yesterday. You know what I'm saying? That nigga Lance be fucking shit up, bro. Diddy. That nigga, he be getting that nigga's skin out there, but he nice with it, bro. When he come off the bench, he be killing shit. It's like I fuck with bees, bro. I do, but it's like sometimes bees be like, it's like bees be so like aura driven. It's like he be so aura driven, bro. He be fucking up the team sometimes. But he'll get a bucket when he put his head on when they need one for real. He'll get a bucket when needed. But sometimes, yeah, flying Chalmers out there just be looking crazy sometimes. But he still got it a little bit. Chalmers got that jumper a little bit. For sure, for sure. That nigga, Joe Johnson is a monster, bro. Joe Johnson the best nigga in that 3v3. That nigga's crazy good, bro. He's still good. He's still good. Yeah, this nigga Dwight, man. Dwight, Dwight cheeks, man. Dwight wasn't doing no good moves, bro. He was doing all that flopping type of hook moves. He wasn't doing no like hooks, or he wasn't trying to back down or nothing. Yeah, Jordan Crawford too. He be getting money. They Reggie Evans for sure. Yo, Lance be going crazy. Reggie Evans, he be trying to do what he can. Trash ass nigga. Boy, 18 reads for sure. Didi. That's a fact, KD. Boy, KD, boy, KD is snipey. That boy KD is snipey, man. Y'all niggas look out, man. I gotta go, man. I'll be back probably either later on tonight or tomorrow for sure. Um, y'all niggas look out for that. They say it might be a little snake. Man, hopefully KD could do something in Houston, bro. But because that's a good ass team, bro, for sure. But appreciate everybody that came to the stream, yo. Follow me. You know, like the channel. Comment if anything. I fuck with everybody who fuck with me. I appreciate everybody, all the love. On the way to 500, you feel me? And y'all look out for that reaction I got dropping probably in a little bit. It's just reacting to some DDG shit. You know, gotta watch my DDG shit on Diddy and Bonton. You feel me? All right, man. I'm gonna Blaze, go get Blaze. Gotta watch. You know what the fuck is going down, baby. On me Zale.